Hi, my name is Sepano Hassanzadeh. I am 25 years old, single with no kids, and I train Krav Maga. I train about 5 days a week. I take combative Hapkido and Krav Maga, and what surprised me the most was, well, first of all, coming into ASD, I came from a mixed martial arts background. I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, a little boxing and all that. But I came in as a kind of an MMA fighter, and going into Krav, there was certain things that sort of surprised me, like the awareness that you need to have when you're in a street situation. You know, you won't always be facing one person. You'll almost never be facing one person. It's going to be usually 2-on-1 or 3-on-1, or if you're on the ground, the opponent might have a knife, or they might have other weapons, and you have to be aware of these things. So, I was sort of opened up to all these other options when you're in a real life fighting scenario, when the adrenaline is pumping and all that. So those kinds of things really just opened my eyes to the reality of self-defense and what's real and what's more stuff that you'd see in the movies and whatnot. So that was cool to kind of open myself up to. Hardest thing I've experienced in training, I would say, is just the conditioning and the stressful situations you're put in. For example, we have these ballistic suits that we use, and that's just something I've never faced before. You're doing these drills that are physically taxing. They drain you physically, and then you have to be mentally aware to face your opponents, and that's really what's going to be happening in a real world, in a real life situation. So it's cool because you're kind of given it's like functional training. You're tested physically with the conditioning, the warm-ups that you do, and then afterwards you learn the techniques and all that. So learning and training under a stressed and fatigued situation and feeling, that was kind of what was challenging for me, but it definitely has built me as a fighter, as a person, as a warrior, and all that. I would recommend ASD and Krav and all the classes for anyone looking to learn simple, effective techniques to defend themselves in the streets or in whatever scenarios they might get into, unwanted scenarios, or anyone looking to just get in great shape and be able to use their bodies functionally, because I just can't think of a better way to train your mind and body than to do the martial arts and learn it in a functional manner, such as to defend yourself. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds.